You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Is what it is. All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. We are live on Friday, September 23rd, 2022. How the hell are you? Hell yeah, it's Friday. For cripe's sakes, let's get this shindig on the road. We've got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. If you don't see what I see tonight, then everybody's blind. If you see what I'm about to show you in the next 45 minutes or so, if you can just see the hypocrisy when I play the video of Lou Angeles, you know, Lou CR, Lou Jimenez. He made a video about a girl and called her a Nazi sympathizer, but she did nothing of the sort. This is the hypocrisy in so many ways. Don't you remember when he was calling me a misogynist because I said Christina Gomez showed a little too much cleavage to get views? Remember that? And he wanted me to apologize to her? Yet he's making videos, going out of his way, not on a live broadcast or anything, spending hours making a video bashing a 20-something-year-old girl, 21-year-old, who did nothing wrong. And I looked into it today. I reached out to this girl, and I'll tell you who it is. I think her name is, holy crap, I can't remember. Hold on. Oh, you'll see it in a minute. I think it's Marin or something. I don't know. But she's in the UK and she's got her own way of thinking. And when I go over this, I'm telling you, I want you guys to message this mother effer and let him know you're not happy Wait until you see what he did. Wait until you see it. It's amazing to me that an adult male who's 40 tons, 40 pounds? What is he? 40 years old, 45? Yeah, I'm being a dick tonight. That's right. I went there. Alfie Joe Bob with the $5 Super Dono. First one of the night. That's a big mucho gusto generoso kind of support on the planet. Alfie Joe. Wait, I took it down by accident. Damn it. Damn it. I'm all over. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Sorry. Thank you. That is the first one of the night. We always celebrate with enthusiasms on the first one. Thank you, Alfie Joe Bob, for the $4.99, $5 Super Dono. Heckles! All over unidentified celebrity review host Lou Jimenez. Piece of shit. Thank you, Alfie Joe Bob. He's a piece of shit, a hypocrite, a lousy shit. I can't think of anything. I just find it so much fun. Roll call. And what else are we going to talk about? McGowan, the fourth part of his epic thriller, How I Was Fooled by Lou and the Boys. Roll call. The richest YouTube channel. Welcome to the show. Rebecca the Wild One Wiles. Lavender Rose. Welcome to Samantha Morris, the kitty cat. Welcome to the show. Helen Crystal Energy. What? Wait. Some of the things she said were terrible? Well, maybe I didn't come across all of it yet. I did about an hour research on videos and things. I didn't see anything that was controversial about what she was saying. What this girl was basically saying, and you'll see it, in this video, what Lou made of, this is all I'm talking about, what he shows is what I looked up. And she's not saying she sympathized with Nazis. She's a Nazi sympathizer. She said the reptilians or whatever came over here, interacted with the Germans, changed their way of thinking. And I think she was trying to say, you can't blame the Nazis. They were coerced by the aliens to do this or something. I'm not sure. That would be a sympathizer, though. But come on, man. This girl's young. She wasn't alive. I wasn't even alive during World War II. You know what I mean? People are just taking it. That's what the left does. They take it to the level it doesn't need to go to. Good point, Helen. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. Thank you for the support. You are a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thank you. And welcome to the show. Mary Roger Sproul. Josie, welcome to the show. Vitska, welcome to the show. 2 Ds are better than one. It's Diamond Dog. Welcome to the show. Paula Faust, welcome to the show. Diane Boss, welcome to the show. I hope I said that right. Moody Mongols here. Haha, I change shows. I change shirts and hats from one show to the next. Yep. Caught that. Waff 007, welcome to the show. SpaceX Exposure, welcome to the show. The original, the one and only Carl Ann, welcome to the show, Coral. Good to have you back. Good to have you back. John Griffin, welcome to the show. Dorothy, nice to see you. I think the young girl was misled. There's some kind of mythology that there were good Nazis and bad Nazis. Somehow all we ever saw were the bad Nazis. Yeah. And that's kind of what Trump meant, too, when he said, there are good Nazis. That sounds funny just saying it. Gary Henninger. Oh, Dorothy, welcome to the show. Thanks. Gary Henninger, welcome to the show. AZ Man, welcome to the show. Ozzy Tiger, welcome to the show. All right, who's at the front door? Mind blown over UAPs. Derek Faulkner, Randy's here. Let's get started. I don't know what to start with. Man. Oh, Lisa. Thank you. Rocket Richie. That's a $5 super chat right there. Smiley face sticking out the tongue. Eyes pinched. That's a happy emoji right there. Oh my God. My eyes went weird on me. You ever have it where you do something with your eyes and you almost can't close them? It's like, That's weird. It just started happening. What's up, Hexen? Thank you very much for the super chat. Why did I do that? I accidentally clicked off of it. Said hello to Hexen. Keep forgetting. I wish they would have a super chat button. Lisa, thank you very much. You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn. I appreciate it. And mucho gusto generoso. Thank you. Hey, Stuart Scripps Haynes. What's up? Welcome to the show. Nathan Allen snuck in there. What's up? Wilcox. Nathan. Oh, there you are. Welcome to the show, everybody. Backyard Astronaut. What's up, Astro? Astro. No, not that one. Brian's here. All right, now we can start. Oh, thank you, Diane. That's a great picture of you and your significant other. I was Ozzy Tiger, Stephanie. I don't know. I keep saying hi to everybody. It's Friday. Every day I have an excuse. All right. I'm thinking, what do I want to play first? I want to get you set up with a palette wetter. No, that didn't sound good. James Fox was on Twitter today and said Dr. James McDonald in the early Project Blue Book years, he was too smart to be fooled by silly explanations like swamp gas and weather balloons. Unfortunately, we lost him way too soon. And his death was under extremely suspicious circumstances. If you're not familiar with Professor James E. McDonald, look it up. Yeah. What an incredible researcher, too. As a matter of fact, I've got a couple of minutes here I can play for you. If you're not familiar with one of the best that ever lived in this field that you never even hear of anymore. It's always Stanton Friedman. And who's the other guy? My God, dude. Have some decaf, why don't you? But I like it. He's just getting right into it, not stopping at all. It's pretty good stuff. Back then, hearing this, cars were being stopped, power disturbances. People are like, holy crap, you could be driving and they can turn your car off. They didn't even have computer cars back then. How were they shutting them down? It was all practical, right? How did they do that? That's right. Nothing was computerized when they were getting... Betty and Barney Hill didn't have a computer in that car. No. That's interesting. They didn't even have power steering, I don't think. How the hell does a UFO turn off a car? The electrical system, the battery? No, because the battery's hardly used when you're driving. That's why the alternator's there. It keeps going. You don't need the battery, right? The battery may be used for lights, I guess, yeah, but not to start or stop a car. Interesting. Maybe I should take a less decaf. I'm not taking decaf. Right now I'm bored. Interesting. Backyard Astronaut with a $2 super dono. I'm trying to remember what kind of symbol that's for. My God, why am I? Thank you for that, Backyard Astronaut. I think that's your first super chat to Goof On. And we give a little special something, something. Hold your ears, everybody. Thank you, Backyard Astronaut, for your support. Thank you. Appreciate it. And also, Nathan Allen, Nathan Nitsky, Nathan's Hot Dogs with the $7 PayPal. More alien space chickens. You got it. The other one's sleeping in the corner. Do you know I renamed the chickens? The green one is Misty, and this one's Dragon. Misty OC, because she was the one who told me to get the chickens. That's the only way I could immortalize her in that kind of fashion. Thank you, Nathan. Mucho gusto generoso. So there's Mr. McDonald, one of the first to speak on television about UFOs. 1967, that was 55 years ago. He was talking about physical evidence and the lack of scientific importance. Holy mac. Are you kidding me? It's 54 years later, 55, and we're still talking about the same exact thing. Lou Elizondo said that I want to destroy ufology and bring scientists in here. And, doctors, I guess, for those who have their brain pulled out of their ear. You know those people, right? They're especially at Skinwalker. See, nothing changes in this field. And you think it does. But that's how they do it. That's what Lou is doing. And I just read today in an article where they were talking about ufology, and the guy said, all we're doing is spinning our wheels, and it looks like we're doing, I mean, he said almost what I say verbatim. I must have picked it up somewhere else. No, I don't think I did, because that's how I've always felt, especially with Lou. All these people, all of them. And I'm going over that Jeremy McGowan article. This part 4, let's go over it. Let's just get it out of the way. I want to believe everything this guy's saying because it sounds like it's the truth. It doesn't sound like he's making it up. You know what I mean? Certain things have a certain sound, and this sounds, I guess it is in his own mind. It's his thoughts and his opinions. Of course they're going to sound good. But it just not, when I read this today, and I read every bit of it, and it took about 25 minutes or so, and I was pissed because it took so long. I'm not going to go over all of it today, just the stuff I know you need to hear. But I can't, it hurts to read. It hurts to read. I get angry when I read this stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Let me get to the point. All right, so we all know what's been going on with the McGowan thing. It's been 3 weeks, I think, since he put anything out from part 3 to part 4. But when we last read part 3, we were talking about how he was going to go to a place where they were going to go pick up Rendlesham evidence at somebody's house in his 1999 Land Rover, instead of what he was thinking would be an armored truck, guards, and everything for the most important piece of information on the planet. Why would you send some guy out in a 99 Land Rover with no protection from outside interference? What if somebody knew what they were doing and wanted to interfere and steal the parts? He said something like that should have had an armored car convoy with U.S. Marshals and transporting these samples to Los Alamos, not me. Anyway, he said this was dumb, this was disingenuous, this was fakery, this was sensationalism, he says. This was not in keeping with my original goal of documenting my search for data, because that's why he accepted to do this project with Lou and Cahill and others, because he wanted to get his experience out there, and nothing's going his way. Nothing is going the way it should, the way he thought it would go. He said, this was not in keeping with my original goal of documenting This had been cooped into the Lou show, and I wasn't going to have a damn thing more to do with it. And that's where we left it. So now we start part 4 with this, or so I thought. And a lot of interesting things were happening. He thought that, well, one thing that kept replaying in his head was a conversation. Let me pull this up so you could read along. You don't want to just listen to me here. I'm not going to read everything. This isn't as long as part 3, thank God. But at least maybe you could take a look with me here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, he had a conversation in Lou's kitchen in part 3 where they were discussing their projects and what they were going to do and da-da-da-da-da. He said, and a few others were discussing our project and making statement as to how this was what TTSA was supposed to have accomplished. Ironically, this conversation would come full circle in a later conversation with studio execs from HBO Max. So they thought they were going to have this docu-series or whatever they made. They thought, or he thought, it was going to go to HBO. And he's getting all amped up. And he's also realizing he's forgetting how angry he was about the situation with Lou. And he says in the article here that, am I really doing what I think I'm doing? Just ignoring all the bad shit just so I can be on TV and tell my story? So he said, he goes, I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Who wouldn't? I knew there was some broken pieces here with what's going on, but I guess as long as I got to tell my story, he said, that's all that matters. So the question came out, and I know a lot of you were wondering what happened to TTSA. They asked Lou. Lou's response was rather shocking. Now, please remember that I am paraphrasing in this next directly following section, and the quote isn't exact, but the gist of it is. Lou told us that TTSA collapsed because Tom DeLonge's sister was mismanaging the organization and that Tom had taken the investor money and used it to make a movie. Interestingly enough, after saying that it would likely be that Tom would go to jail, quote unquote, that topic was dropped. The conversation then concentrated on how Lou never received messages through Tom's sister and how he missed many opportunities to speak and be interviewed. I found it a bit odd how the concern was about scheduling and not the accusations of embezzlement and SEC violations. But the nature of our talks was like this, where seemingly important topics were only briefly touched on in favor of deeper dives into meaningless areas. Nothing further regarding Tom was ever said, but I got the distinct impression that Tom was acting like a loose cannon. The topic was never brought up again. However, I would and do reflect on this often and wonder if this was true, how the SEC hasn't taken action, why Tom was able to make his movie, and how the current iteration of TTSA is still soliciting funds from investors. It didn't line up, but then again, not much ever had. So take this with a grain of salt. It may have happened as he stated, or it may have been deflection. I don't know either way. See, that's what I remember, the rumor. The rumor was why Lou left TTSA was because Tom DeLonge was doing what he wanted, wouldn't listen to anything Lou had to say, and was like a loose cannon. That's pretty interesting how a rumor turned out to be accurate for once. So that's what I heard too. Interesting. Also heard that Lou took him out behind the barn and tried showing Tom the truth, but Tom flipped the tables on him, and Lou was looking up at him. Tom DeLonge ain't no joke. He'll jujitsu your ass. It's just so fun to say jujitsu. Hold on, I need to wet the palate, actually, literally. So, that is different. So he goes on. Before I explain, he says, all the nuances, issues, and processes I went through and witnessed for the pitching of the finished teaser trailer from the Wyoming trip, I want to expand on one aspect I mentioned back in part 3. The alleged remote viewing of my life in the future. Since that came out, I fielded a few Twitter Spaces conversations and had the opportunity to clarify what I never fully expressed in the text. However, those Twitter Spaces get lost, and I want you to fully grasp the depth of personal damage Lou did to me with his alleged remote viewing of me in the future. Oh, come on. I don't care about this part. He's mad, Cahill's mad, because Lou told him some things that were negative in the future reading. And there's an unwritten law, which I don't follow, by the way, if you're a psychic and you're giving a reading, not to give negative readings. Like when you're going to die, how you're going to die, how somebody else died or is going to die. You can never talk about death. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You want to know why that rule's out there? Because not one psychic, I'm not saying they're all fake, but not one can prove they can read the future. Only I can do that with the help of cards and a booklet. Ask Dorothy. Nah. Yeah, I don't know. It's all guesswork. But McGowan was mad at Lou. Anyway, that's weird that he would get mad at Lou for doing a reading and giving him with negative. Watch. Lou Elizondo gave me a precise date, he reads. He says, he wrote, and no, I am not going to say when the date is, so don't ask, of when something was to occur to me that I would have a very difficult time getting over. I mentioned it in passing, but I didn't explain how hard this hit me. And still hits me. If remote viewing of the future is possible, and if Lou has that ability, what right did he have to push this on me? I never asked to be told about my future. I never asked what was to happen to me. Had anyone asked, hey, would you like to know your future? I would have said no, especially when an adverse negative event. I don't want to spend years counting down the days, walking on eggshells, imagining what it could be, a car crash, the death of a loved one, a house fire, a debilitating disease, an assault. But that is exactly what I'm going through. And he didn't have the right to say that to me. McGowan, grow a pair of testicles. Jesus HC on a popsicle stick. You don't believe Lou's reading you? If it's fake, what does it matter? Stop. In the name of Lou, before he sits on you with his big round ass. Whoa, whoa. Did something happen? Did we go offline? Did I miss something? Can somebody message me? It looked like something happened and I was too busy talking. Moonlicht says, for $3.33, thank you for that. I needed that. A big Reiki charged hug to you, Moonlicht. Richie, how long until they say the Queen lives? Long live the Queen. There you go. Nothing happened. I blacked out. Corn Circle song. Jonathan Pope, hey, how you doing, man? Andromeda Native, what's up? LOL, you here? You here? Why is everybody LOLing? If you can see the future, why do you need cards? Because the cards are a tool to help you say the right things. Dig? No, the cards are... Yeah, they are. That's what they do. They tell you what you're supposed to say. Shh, it's like a magic deck. That's what it is. That's what those cards are, really. It's a magic deck of the past, future, and current time. Moonlight, thank you very much for the 333. You are a continuing supporter of GoFun. I wish I could give you ice cream. All right, let's finish this up. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's not as bad as the other ones. We were all shocked, parts 1, 2, and 3, when we found out, you know, Lou's full of shit and Jeremy McGowan's figuring stuff out and calling him out. So to me, it's silly that McGowan would get upset at Lou for giving him a future reading that he knows is bullshit. But now he's crying about it, what effect it could have on him. You can't have that both ways. If it's bullshit, bro, then you have nothing to worry about, nothing to think about, because the whole thing was a lie. So why are you even writing these 1,000 words about the future reading that shouldn't have taken place? You could have just said, you should have asked. But it's bullshit, man. See, that was a waste of writing right there, my friend. You could have taken that out in one sentence. He says, no one has the right. No, I'm a little upset at McGowan on this part. No one should violate basic human ethics. No one should ever manipulate or otherwise affect the mental health of another human in such a non-volunteer way. This was not asked for. Oh my God, he's a snowflake. Oh, you know what the problem is? I didn't realize it. He's part of that side that I don't associate with in ufology. But he's fighting with his integrity and what he thinks he feels. So he has critical thinking, even though he's on that side. I didn't realize that until now, reading that part over. Yeah, he's acting strange. I don't understand why, if it was all bullshit, what does he care? But I guess what he's trying to say is, Lou and all you other psychics should never just start reading negative information to somebody without their permission. Which is good. Because some people, even if you don't believe in it, the mental note sticks in your brain that if you got a reading from a psychic and you didn't believe in psychics, but the psychic says something goes wrong with your car, I don't know if it's snow sliding, it looks like you T-bone a power pole or telephone pole. Now, every winter, this guy goes driving in his Lincoln. He's going to be thinking, or his Buick, he's going to be thinking that there's black ice on the road. I need to drive a different way than I normally do, even though there isn't any black ice. But his mind is going to be thinking, is this when it's going to happen? When I make this turn? When I make that turn? When I stop short? You know, it fudges with your brain, man. Hey, I did a Ouija board thing when I was 13 years old in a cemetery. And to this day, I still remember what it said. You'll be dead on March 8th, 2036. And I never forgot it. It's 2 days before my actual 69th birthday. So I don't get to do 69 on my birthday. I never get to eat cake. But I think of that a lot. Yes, it was me playing with the Ouija board with my sister and her older friends at the time in a cemetery. God forgive me. But it wasn't like somebody did a reading for me and came up and said, hey, you want to do? My point is, it's still stuck with me to this day. All right. So he says, I see two blatant violations of basic human values here. If he knows the future, if Lou knows the future, he should never force that knowledge upon anyone who doesn't directly ask for it. The ramifications of this disclosure alter personalities, change lives, create unwanted stress and angst, and violate the basic foundations of blah, 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 blah. Number two, he is full of shit. Then his words were designed in a way to forcefully change behavior without any regard to the well-being of the receiver and without any care whatsoever to any mental collateral damage it may do. Wow, I got to tell you, these guys who were in the Army, ex-military, they're awfully wimpy. All of these guys are pussies, in my opinion. I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying. They act like pussies. I'm sorry, ladies. I got to say the P word. Alien, forgive me. I had to say it. But they do act like that. My feelings? What about my He told me I'm going to have a future that's negative. Oh, my God. What is wrong with people? You admitted you thought it was full of shit. Why are you dwelling on this, creating new PTSD? Some people are just glutton for punishment. You know? He was almost going to ignore all the bad shit, this McGowan guy. He was going to ignore all the bad shit as long as he gets to be on HBO. Fine, I'll do it. He didn't, because it never went through. Sorry, but not sorry. I mean, these people are babies. Lou Elizondo is one of the biggest babies I've seen in this field. He's in the field, by the way, like it or not. I never had interaction with Cahill, but I've talked to enough people to know he's got a screw loose, maybe? He's got a hot temper, that's for sure. And he really likes to show it off with the ladies. Kind of like Lou Jimenez. Wow, it's interesting. What an interesting turn of events. This is amazing. Yeah, I said it. Don't care. Shouldn't be doing that to some 20-year-old girl. It's a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite, Jimenez. Big hypocrite. Big. Big. All right, I'm done with this McGowan thing. You guys get it. I mean, there's a lot more. I'm just not in the mood. Yeah, it wasn't as good. The fourth part. There were some interesting things here. Let's see. All right, so Lou pitched this movie, this series, this thing they made to try to get on TV. That's what this has been about. And the pitch Lou gave to James Fox, Jeff Sagansky, James Fox, and the others was incredible. Not in the sense that I was impressed, McGowan says, but in the sense that I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Now, please keep in mind that at the time of the pitch, the Osiris was nothing more than a 23-year-old Land Rover with a single sky hub and one camera. There were no custom programming, no special sensor package, and no extended capabilities past that of the single sky hub POS, which wasn't even working. Towards the beginning of the call, Lou described the Osiris as a mobile collection device that looks at signals intelligence, imagery intelligence, and measurement intelligence, and electronics emissions intelligence, ELINT, in a condensed package that allows us to go out to remote locations, austere locations, hotspots, if you will, and begin to collect data. So Lou sold McGowan's truck, the Osiris, as this machine that can do all of these impressive technical, finding signals and imagery, measurements and stuff. And none of that was built yet. None of that. And then shortly after that, I believe it was either Sagansky or Scott Carlin who said, referencing the statement in the teaser trailer, it seemed like you guys were headed to Rendlesham. Were you just going to put it on a boat and head over there? To which Lou replied, we could certainly do that. So right off the bat, my capabilities and reach and the Osiris were being way oversold. Imagine the requirements for the importation of a vehicle into the UK, a vehicle rife with IDAR restrictions and the subsequent process of attempting to get it back into the United States. This wasn't oversold to just anyone. These were former heavy hitters from Sony, HBO, and other Hollywood powerhouses. I was not comfortable with this, but at this point, I still hadn't had an opportunity to speak. Continuing in the conversation pitch, Lou began to talk about a ranch in New Mexico that he claimed he and Mellon have been following very closely and called it basically another skinwalker that isn't publicly known yet. And they have offered to bring the Osiris capability there and start filming for TV. This reference by Lou is touched on in the teaser trailer where he speaks of a ranch in New Mexico. After a few questions from the execs regarding the ranch, Sean Cahill speaks up and states, "It's what we built this machine for. Literally what we built it for." Now, this is a bit of my ego showing through, but that was a bit of a kick in the pants for me. Sean didn't have anything to do with the Osiris. So Sean Cahill's taking credit where it's not due. Lou's giving a pitch, some shit that ain't gonna happen. Boppity boppity bop. And Cahill feels like he's being minimalized. Nobody's talking to him. Dot, da, 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 da. Poor old me. Me. Anyway, in the end, what this entire endeavor is about, and I'm not even joking when I say this, according to this article, everything Lou, Mellon, Cahill, Fravor, Dietrich, all of these people are in it for money. A future. You would think their legacy would be number one. But they're not going to have a legacy. Not of anything positive. Not if McGowan can help it. Not if I can help it. So that's pretty much it. There's more in there. I'll put the link in the description. I'm just not going to go over all that. Like, there really wasn't that much. I was getting mad reading it, though. I don't understand. All right, before we get into the Lou Jimenez stupid shit, Richard Butt was back in action on Twitter. And I did reply back. This person is just a nuisance. I really think this Richard Butt is Lou Elizondo. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you talk to him. You have to prove it. Dickhead says, "It is very telling how skeptics on UFO Twitter are willing to throw their skepticism aside, eulogizing anything that conforms to their preferred narrative. Such behavior reinforces that these people are not skeptics. They have an agenda." So I said, just like you, Lou, you're worse, far worse, because you don't know anything about how the field works. You just got here and you're trying to tell us what skeptics are doing? It's the gullible and the ignorant, that's you, that try to sell something that doesn't make sense. Duh. That's the best I could do at that time. I'm not the greatest wordsmith, obviously. It's just that everything is so skewed. Everything is just in all directions right now. It is. TSA, it's really TTSA. Now they got TSA. Galileo Project. Space Force now has, I'm sorry, let me scratch that. John Southern Exposure, how you doing, man? I just looked up and saw you. Good to see you. Hey, what's up, DJ 808's Big Audio Adventures? We got the audio guys here tonight. Oh, no, same person. Cookie! What's up, Cookie Monster? Yeah, you know, I just, I don't just realize, but you have to realize nothing is going to change. I showed you a video from 55 years ago where they're talking about the same exact thing we're doing right now. Nothing's changed. Spinning our wheels. Ian McFadden, for $2.22. I like your style. That's £2, £2, 22. Lou just wants to be a celebrity. Elizondo, right? Not Jimenez. He's already a celebrity. He's a comedian. He's a filmmaker. Failed, but I just don't see. Thank you very much, Ian McFadden, for the super duper chat. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On. Appreciate it. I don't know what I was going to say. Let's get to it. All right, I'm going to play this video first. This is the girl that Lou... See, Lou... It says here, not sure why this even needs to be made. Oh, I wrote this. Did I write that? No, but so many folks making excuses for this language and behavior. I felt compelled to point it out. If you're headlining any UFO cons, oh, he said this. I recommend having a social media. I don't know why it says that. Let's take a look here. Now, just to let you know, Lou Jimenez made this on his own free time to go after, I think, a 21-year-old British girl for not doing anything wrong, in my opinion. And of course, he would say, of course you would say that. No shit. I can't play it this way. Hold on, I got to find a different way. Mother frickin' frack. I can do it here. Thank God. I have to do it off my email, though. It's so weird. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. Not happy. Tell me if you can't hear it or whatever.
Warning, the shit you are about to see actually was said and actually happened. It's pretty racist. If you don't like Nazi propaganda, I highly recommend not watching this. And if you are going to watch this, drink up and hold on to your butts. And just to be fair, I also know Christopher Mellon and others probably didn't know they were taking pictures with a Nazi sympathizer. It also goes to show, if you want to be taken seriously, stop doing conferences and sharing the stage with known hoaxers and grifters like Linda Moulton Howe and Jaime Maussan.
Okay, now I'm ready.
This week, the juxtaposition of why ufology must die, only to see key members of the 2017 disclosure movement taking pictures with a woman who speaks to Nazi sympathizers, was reincarnated as an SS general. She also loves wearing and retweeting Nazi symbols and one race theory propaganda. All this, and she doesn't even think she's a Nazi. The bliss snorted must be so white. Let's get started.
I want to ask you, Marina, whose side, like, who were helping the Allies, like, and who were helping the Germans? Which alliances were there amongst the aliens? I don't expect you to know for sure, but just what's your feeling about it?
I stand with truth, so that's why I'm speaking up. The Pleiadians were helping the Germans at the beginning.
Jim, put the bottle down. Take it easy. Come on.
So according to Jimenez, she must be drinking the Kool-Aid already, and I haven't heard anything negative. I haven't heard any sympathizing.
Jim. Good. Jim.
And when the Germans and the Nazis started to become sabotaged, that's when the reptilians entered. But originally, the Pleiadians are the ones who were helping the Germans. So the German agenda was not like a negative one.
Okay, that's enough, Jim. Okay, come on, you can have lots.
Now, what I know what he did, Lou Jimenez, Lucy, turned what she just said around. I want to play it again because if you say this a different way, in a different voice flux, it may sound like what he thinks it says, but it's not.
Negative one.
Okay, that's enough, Jim. Okay, come on.
The Germans. So the German agenda was not like a negative one.
The aliens were trying to help the Germans not have a negative agenda. That's what she means. Not to help them have a negative agenda, you dillrod.
Okay, that's enough, Jim. Okay, come on. You can have lots of that afterwards. Jim. Hey, come on, boy.
You know, everyone has like sides, like a negative and positive.
But that's what they do. They turn your words, they switch them around to make it fit their narrative, their agenda, their character assassination on you. They did it to me, so I got pretty good at knowing what to look for and how they do it. Very easy. Doesn't take a genius to do what they're doing, obviously.
And so, of course, that not all Nazis took the path of the Pleiadians. That's why it happened, like what happened in World War II, you know.
So not all Nazis went the... So what does that mean? She's okay with that? I don't understand. They took the path of the Pleiadians.
And like what happened in World War II, you know. Pleiadians. That's why it happened. All Nazis took the path of the Pleiadians.
Not all the Nazis took the path of the Pleiadians.
That's why it happened, like what happened in...
And that's why we had what happened in World War II. I don't see what's wrong with that. That's like saying all Chinese people are assholes. All Chinese people can't drive. That's not true. That's a blanket statement, is what Lou's trying to do here. He's trying to blanket her statement. Is it bad if I say there were good Nazis and bad Nazis? Would that be a bad thing for me to say? I never talked about it, so I don't know. But I think, logically speaking, they couldn't have all been bad. They just couldn't. Does that make me a sympathizer? No, but I sure hate the fucking Nazis, I tell you that. It doesn't mean anything. She's talking about her opinion on what history was probably, what was probably taking place with these Palladians and reptilioids and all the other things. This is just a person's opinion. Oh my God, so she wore a piece of jewelry that was from the Vril. I think there's a video game you can get that piece, or a Cracker Jack box. Come on, man. See, when you attack someone's character, it doesn't take any effort whatsoever. It is so easy to do with blanket statements and lies. And it's a sick, twisted thing that this Lou Jimenez is doing to somebody who just wants to voice their opinion. We saw the videos he made about me and everybody else. And I sit back and I watch these things and I say, boy, oh my God, really? I'm a misogynist. I hate my mother. I beat my father. I'm also a Nazi, a racist too. Yeah, so, I mean, we're all the same, I guess. Unbelievable. I hope this girl has a thick skin. I reached out to her. I want her to come on the show and talk about what's been going on. I think people need to hear it. I don't know this girl from Adam, but I hope she checks me out and maybe we could talk to her.
World War II,
Bruh.
I stand with truth, so that's why I'm speaking up.
Just wait one second. Okay, that's okay.
But as far as a hit piece goes on somebody, this is really weak. This isn't, and he has to play it weak. He has to play it safe somewhat. But here's what Lou Jimenez is also saying and doing. He's gathering up people. He said it. There's audio of him talking about how we need to gather up and just like what Fessler did to me. Everybody go and report her video as a violation, even if it isn't. That's what they do. I think it's not only, it's ruthless, senseless, it's definitely immature. But one thing that I see, the biggest crime of all in this whole thing is that Lou Jimenez sucks. He's just not funny. This video is terrible. And I'm sorry I have to play it. It was just to show you what he spent probably several hours putting together. Probably 2 to 3 hours. Maybe 5 or 6, depending on skill levels, which I can see here are far and few between. Just basic stuff.
That's when they got the reptilian. That's why they got with the reptilian. You do.
There's Lou.
You can.
He put himself in here.
You can. He
looks like him.
You know, all these like co-creations. You know, they got sabotaged. They got manipulated.
I guess the big question is, from an alien perspective, why did Germany lose? What do you think, Marina?
Because they split. Because the good Nazis. Separated from the negative Nazis.
So he's trying to leave out everything that's important, the whole context of that sentence right there. Where the good Nazis, he just says the good Nazis, the good Nazis. That's not how it goes. It says the good Nazis were separating from the bad Nazis. And then what he does, he lets it brush over the next part to where it only says the bad Nazis. This is typical hit piece by just nobody.
Good Nazis. The good Nazis.
Separated from the negative Nazis.
The negative.
The negative. And the bad thing is, he's telling people to gang up against her. I think we should gang up against him. But I know you guys wouldn't, so I'm not going to say it. But there's got to be some justice. There's got to be justice for this person who didn't do anything wrong. So what? Let her have her fucking opinion. Who cares? That's the point of this all. If she was a Nazi sympathizer, would I play this video? If I really thought she was? Yeah, I think I would. Maybe I'd have a different idea, but I don't see her saying anything. She hasn't said, I wish I was a Nazi. She didn't say, I would love to be in a Nazi camp. She didn't say, I really like the Nazis. She didn't say anything like that. Not one thing.
Nazis, the negative Nazis.
Who made contracts with the reptilians and the negative race. And so because they separated, that's why the real left. Because they were not happy with what they were doing.
Okay, so the Vril left. They weren't happy what the bad Nazis were doing.
Positive Nazis on the real left. And they refugeed in India.
What is she saying? Love for you too. I am not the incarnation of Maria, but I was a Vril medium. And I worked with her to found Vril Society and channel ETs. I also had an incarnation. Oh boy. No, he took a big left here, Johnny. Let's move along.
In Earth or in the pole.
And then so what? So what? That she wants to have this experience. If she wants to be a Vril and identify as a Vril, you should be happy about that, Jimenez. Jimenez. Sorry for those with the same last name. I know there's a lot of Jimenezes out there. And I'm only talking about the a-hole here. All right.
And Aldebaran, and they
I'm going to go a little further and see if there's anything interesting.
calmly, strongly, close-ups of his face. There's color videos of Adolf Hitler. We've all seen them. Just for you.
Some people might be telling truth and some people might be telling misinformation. I stand with truth, so that's why I'm speaking up. But I don't know if we will ever know.
I don't know. It's who knows. I'm a difficult host, so the way I treat people like you, I want all the answers. So I want you to give me all the answers.
All right. I think that pretty much spelled it out. I don't think we need to keep going on and on and on.
What the Thank you for watching. If you haven't already.
Years to study this.
What was that?
Yeah. So what would you like to talk about next?
What the Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please.
Thank you for watching. All right. Thank you for showing us who you really are. Lucy Louise Jimenez. Way to go there, Chief. Congratulations. You actually showed us exactly who you are. You're a hypocrite. Hypocrite. You want to be a hypocrite. You can't see your freaking toes. Where are my toes? Where'd my toes? Yep, I went there again. I am cheap. I am affordable. But you know what, Lou? You're not funny. You are so not funny that I don't believe that you're even a comedian. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't see him as a comedian. I see him as an actor because he acts every day like he gives a shit. But when you watched him on that one video, you know, the one that was 3 hours where he was leaving everything behind, you can tell it was bullshit. Yeah, he was just acting. He'll be back. He'll be back with a lot more enemies. And he doesn't care. Remember, he doesn't care. I don't care. I feel fine. I have no regrets that I burned every bridge that I don't need. No more Lou Elizondo. You're probably not going to have the same big interviews you had before. Yeah. Good move there, X-Lax. Way to sway, Ben Gay. Unbelievable. He really is a piece of shit for doing that. Hey, he said that about me when I talked about Christina Gomez. Oh, well. A lot of these people have, what, Josh and Artemis. Did you know they were still friends with me when they were friending with Cambion, Lou Jimenez, and Fessler? Yeah, that's Josh and Artemis getting trying to get information from me on, I don't know what to use against me. That's what Artemis did. Yeah, not Josh. He had nothing to do with this. Pretty much Artemis. Watch out for her. Two-faced. I learned a lot of shit about those two. A lot of shit. Yeah, and I'm talking about it now because I'm pissed and I shouldn't do that. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. It's not worth it. I already said too much anyway. If things could just be physical, just like if we meet somewhere, can we just hash it out? I need to hit a wall or do something to get these frustrations out. I would much rather take it out on one of those guys. You know, Lou Jimenez, Lou Elizondo, any of them. One-on-one. Name the place, name the time. Do it for charity. I want to knock somebody out. I just want to win. I just need a win here. This is a win. Sing it, Christina. Oh, it's over? Damn. Oh, did she end the video? Did she cancel it? Alrighty then. Puedes entrar a mi chamaquito a la cucaracha. Excuse me. What is that? I hear it. Secrets in the fields. Secrets in the... Come on, everybody. You know what time it is. What are they?
What are they? Why are they?
What do they mean?
Do they mean?
What do they mean?
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean?
What do they mean?
One time, what are they, everybody?
Are they harbingers of world change?
That was for Gigi Ebulin. I know how much you love that song. The secrets in the field, are they harbingers of world change? All right, let's pull up. Wait. What were we talking about? Oh, UFO channels you shouldn't trust. That's right. I almost forgot. You ready? UFO channels on YouTube you shouldn't trust. The Fist. Now, I know this from experience, but the Angry Channel makes up shit. I'm sure when it comes to David Wilcox, Corey Good, Linda Moulton House, Stephen Greer, Richard Doty, all the people that the Angry Channel talks about, I'm sure he slid in a couple of things that really weren't accurate to fill that narrative he wants. Right? I would never go there. The Fist goes without saying. Can't trust it. Don't want it. Stay away from it. Man, there's a lot of channels I just don't trust. Now, there are some channels that I don't like, but it doesn't mean you can't trust the information that comes from it, because all they talk about, or all they do, I should say, is they have guests. So those type of shows I can't really throw into the mix. But I can tell you one that you shouldn't trust. And that's, is it Todi Wamba? Is that how you say it? And the other one, the Butt Girls. What's that one? Oh, UFO butt talk or anal sex, something like that. It's really, I mean, for this genre to do that, NB girls that do that, that's just as bad as showing your cleavage. We're going to talk about butt sex and ufology. Idiots. And then when all the guys got there and saw the prize, they were like, I'd rather play with a ball. Sorry. But then, you know, hey, I'm being a dick tonight. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm angry at Lou Jimenez for doing what he said I shouldn't do. I'm mad at that. And you should be mad. You should be mad. I know. Who cares, Rich? Let's just... What do you want to talk about? All right, this is what's going on in ufology. These are the people that bring the people who are on mainstream media into the limelight for you to look at and adore. These are those people doing all this shady shit. They need to be called out. And nobody else is doing it. And I'm not even doing it hardcore. I'm just casually going over it because I really don't care, but I do. I think I am owed an apology, to be honest with you. And I want an apology from Lou Jimenez. Rich, I'm sorry. I understand why you said what you said about Christina. And what I did was wrong because, what was her name? Marina? I was just having fun. That's all that. I was just having fun. We'll see. What other channels? You can't trust Jimmy Church, even though he does interviews every day. I'm breaking my own rule. Can't trust him. Can't. He had Travis Walton on his show the day after the accusations from Ryan Gordon came out that there was a hoax between him and Mike Rogers. And Jimmy Church says, you know what? I'm not even going to talk to you about it because it's ridiculous. Here, take this bean and grind it up. That's your coffee in the next hour. You know what, Travis? We're just not going to talk about it. That's it. We're not even going to touch the surface of it, Jimmy says. You can't trust a guy like that. You're not going to bring up the biggest lie that may have been ever perpetrated on the UFO community. The guy sitting right in front of you who's part of it, and you're not going to even talk about it? You slime-sucking... Christina Gomez doing... Yeah, I went there too. That's right. Never going to stop. No reason to. No reason to. I don't care. It's immature. That's me. I'm an immature male. I am. I'm immature. Yep. No, I am. Don't care. Alien scientist got in the mix on Twitter. He says Corbell's intel and sources are laughable. Why doesn't he do Q&As, AMAs, or debates? I would put his fake UFO insider to utter shame. Yeah, we all would. That's an easy one right there, alien scientist. Another channel. Fat Tony. Because he hoaxed. He borrowed another video from somebody, said it was his, and got caught. Can't trust him. Ever. Ever. Oh, well, what if he's just delivering us, information like, I don't care. Can't trust him ever again. That's the biggest no-no in ufology, and he's trying to squeak out of it. What a piece of shit. Yeah, who else? Who else you shouldn't trust in this field? Let me see. Who else? The Out There channel, that's the worst. Secure Team 10, just as bad as the Out There channel. Can't trust either one of those boneheads. I should say either one of those alcoholics. Let's see. No, he's a director. Cinnamon. Stupid. Porno making movie. What was that movie called? TR3B, the worst movie ever made or something like that. Isn't that what it's called? What else is out there? Who else can we not trust? Trust is the key word. Who can't we trust in this field? We did the Butt Girls, right? Toda Wamba. I can't trust them. I mean, maybe you guys like listening to them, but I can't stand it. I want to put my head into a blender. I can't. Osvaldo Franco is now trying to make please, whatever you do, just think twice before you support a guy who gave over $50,000 to the Stars Academy of Arts and Sciences and still giving money to him now and said he's proud of it. Lives in a one bedroom apartment with his mother in New York. And he's giving money away like, he's living large. Unbelievable. There's no return on that money. What a dummy. I asked him if I could have $1,000 because I know that money would go to better use than what TTSA is doing. Tom DeLonge is going to use that money any way he sees fit. If he makes a UFO movie, I know I gave him some of that money. Shut off. Shut off. That is the dumbest investment on the planet. Hey, don't forget you can help support GoofOn and all its positivity. All the links are in the show's description and on the channel where the About button is. So just click on the About, look in the descriptions for all the links. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. You could even buy us a nose. Yeah, you can. Or become a member of GoofOn. What the hell? Let's see. What else do we got? What other channels that we shouldn't trust in ufology? Shouldn't trust. Oh, wait, it's coming. You guys have any out there? I wasn't even thinking. I had it right on the tip of my fingers. What's up? I should have looked at you guys. Yeah, that's right, Dorothy. It appeals to the younger crowd. That's all it is. I don't know what that means. Tyler got Hat Man to shut up. What does that mean? Whitley Strieber. Can't trust. Oh, Vitska. Let's focus on people we can trust. Let's do that. We can trust. Who can we trust? John Greenwald. I trust John. Probably the only one. Who else? Well, Third Phase, yeah, that goes without saying. I trust Third Phase as if. I don't know what I was going to say. I saw Alien Addict up here too. Yeah, Alien Addict. No. You can trust him as a friend, but when it comes to UFOs, I don't trust him. No, I'm kidding, I do. But he and I disagree on a lot of stuff. Believe it or not. Oh, thanks, Dorothy and GoofOn We Trust. I hope so. I don't know what to do. Who do we trust? Greer? I want to trust Greer. That's what's sad about me. I'm just having a hard time because there's just a lot. But I've learned a lot about some of the things I've heard through Third Phase of Moon working with Greer, that he's really more on the up and up than you realize. And I trust them. So I'm not going to say anything about Greer till I have to. Because of that. Because what else? Who else? Who can we trust? Who's on? Can we trust Kurt Jamungle? Theories of everything. Here's my opinion. Probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Kind of new and green to the UFO field. He's admitted it. He knows that he has much to learn. But can we trust him? I trust that Kurt Jamungle will do the right thing when asked to do something shady. I believe he will do the right thing. That doesn't mean call them out on his show. It means you don't do it. If somebody said, Kurt, I need you to promote this video on your show because you get 50,000 views a video, sometimes a lot more than that, and we need this message to get out. And he'll look at it and he'll say, well, that's not a UFO. No, it's not, but we're going to tell everybody it is, and we need you to do that. And we're willing to give you $5,000. $5,000? I don't think that would sway him. And it wouldn't sway me. But nobody's giving out $5,000. But you never know what can happen. I don't think he would go along with it. So with that, I would have to say we could trust Kurt to do the right thing. Who else can do the right thing? Do the right thing. That's what we're thinking. We changed it around from negative to positive. Bill Burns, he's not really around anymore. But Bill Burns, not only is he really nice, but he's also very gullible. I wouldn't trust him. 100% no. I would trust that he believes he's right, but no. It's a good one. No Greer. Let's see. Who else? Rebellious ufology. No. Not enough years to know a lot of things yet. But I trust that Lynn would always do the right thing when confronted with a proposal to do the wrong thing. So she's another one I think that would do the right thing. She's very smart woman. I don't think she falls for the stupid shit, but she's got a good head on her shoulders, so I'm not worried. You can trust her. Cool Tart? I was just gonna say Cool Tart. You can't trust Cool Tart. No, are you kidding me? He's only been in the field a year and a half. He doesn't know anything. He knows, and he's saying a lot of things that are a little bit. Now, I like his investigative journalism, but let me tell you something. He's not doing anything new. I want Cool Tart to do something new. I don't care what it is, a new story, a new sighting. Just, he's recapping ufology. That's all he's doing right now. Who else? Dark Hour, of course, I trust Michael. Of course, I trust Manny. Of course. Yeah, Kurt, he has a scientific reputation, big time. Got to protect that. But I still would trust him. I trust him. Into Thin Air. Into Thin Air is not in ufology. It's more like into, not conspiracies, but more like anomalous, like weather anomalies. But if he's here, how you doing? Into Thin Air. Anybody else? George Norrie? Absolutely not. No. No way. Lex Fridman? Lex Fridman. For ufology? He's not a ufology guy. But he's a smart guy. Hidden Underbelly? I trust. Yeah, that's right. He was at the show earlier, Alien Addicts. Dark Hour, yeah, we went to there. Jim Goodall, he's not a YouTuber per se, but Jim Goodall's one of the good guys, says the right things. He's on our side, my side anyway. Trust me? See, everybody failed the test today. Everybody. What do we always say? What do I say every now and then? What do I rarely say? I went from all the time to never. What do I say? What do I say? And everybody failed. Here it is. Trust no one. Unbelievable. I can't do any more tonight. Thank you very much for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow in the afternoon. Oh, shit. Tomorrow's show. My God. I think I have an appointment at... Oh, no. It's right. I don't know. I'm supposed to be on at 5 tomorrow. Just check back. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if we're going to be early, but I'll try tomorrow. I have an appointment. Anyway, Thank you, moderators and super chatters. Thank you, newcomers and veterans. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I was told by Artemis that if you just tell people to subscribe to your channel, they will. That's how we got 700 subscribers in a few days without having a viral video. All we did was just ask. So I'm asking. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's true. It's unbelievable. We are. Oh, truthology, full ufology. Yeah. All right. We'll see ya. Have a great weekend. Alien bless.
Control life.